Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another vlog. Damn, I feel stiff. But ooh, this camera's heavy. Yo, so it's a bit of a different video today. I don't have a little intro that I usually have. Was kind of crunched for time yesterday, so I didn't really film much. So yeah. When you are the eldest in the family, you end up being everybody else's Uber driver. So yesterday, I kind of rushed my workout so I could go pick up my little bro at his job, just for him to show up late. So I could have stayed at the gym longer and recorded more things, or taken my time a bit more for leaving the house to record more shit. But my little bro being my little bro, he's a fucking little dickhead that's always late. So yeah, rushed my workout, did my workout still, but was kind of a very bad one. So yeah. Yesterday I was deadlifting because it was Thursday, and I was supposed to hit 525 for 5, but I failed. So, what did I fail my deadlift? Was a couple of things, like I said. So first of all, lack of sleep. On average, this whole week, from Sunday up until today, I sleep on average 6 hours a night. So some days I'll sleep like 4-5 hours, and some days I'll sleep like 7-8 hours. But technically I sleep around 5 to 6 hours a night, which is not that good when it comes to powerlifting. Not optimal, not the best. So that's number one. Number two, obviously coming back from injury, it's not always, super nice. Sometimes the injury comes back and haunts me a bit, but it's whatever. I don't feel much pain, but it's still in the back of my head, is still there. So that's that. But it's also a combination of the fact that I went to the office, and going to the office means I'm awake at like 6:30 a.m. and then I go to the office, which is downtown Montreal, and then I walk a shitload. So like Wednesday and Thursday, I probably walked around like 14K steps. Which means that I'm not a slob, on my chair the whole day. I'm actually actively walking around and getting my steps in before even going to the gym. Because usually I get my steps in at the gym. Like I hit 10-11K steps between like 7:30 p.m. and like midnight because I'm at the gym. I'm running around, I'm placing my camera here and there, I'm going on the bike, on the treadmill and shit. That's what I'm used to. But when I go downtown and like walk around the whole day, kind of gets exhausting. So, combination of those couple of things made me fail my deadlift. And, you can blame all that shit, but it's also me, right? I'm probably pretty weak right now compared to pre-injury me. If that makes sense. Now, obviously today, the goal is to make a little bit of a different video. So today is my final day of the block, which, if you guys aren't familiar, I have a 4-week block and I train in the gym 4 days a week. So today is day 4, week 4, which means I have a heavy high bar squat, and we're going to be attempting to dumbbell press 100-pound dumbbells on the flat bench. So pretty excited for that. But we're also going to go off program and work on the muscles that I feel are lacking in my own body, which are, I should say, my side delts, my rear delts, my biceps, and then more back exercise, because I got to strengthen my back a bit. I got to stop looking at the monitor. I got to start looking at the camera, the lens, I should say. But yeah. But today, the whole goal of the video is to also give you guys a couple of tips and tricks on how to record yourself when you're in the gym. but also mainly when you're alone, like me, and you use a tripod, because again, you're alone, like me. Hopefully, I'm able to explain properly, because that's like the hardest part to do, which is explain shit to people. But yeah, these tips should apply to both horizontally and vertically. So if you are making videos for YouTube or for Instagram and TikTok, these should help you record yourself and make everything look more aesthetic. But yeah, I'm gonna head back to work because obviously it's only 3 p.m. so I still have like 2 more hours, and then I'll catch you guys at the gym. Peace. It's a bit weird. Peace. All right, so tip number 1 is to accept the fact that this whole thing here is going to be trial and error. Okay? I didn't magically get good at this. I didn't start by being good. I guess you go back and watch my first ever vlog. It's a vlog where I don't even talk. It's just music and lifting, right? And arguably the camera work is subpar, below average. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna start recording yourself in the gym, or whether it be for cooking, whatever it may be, you're gonna have to accept the fact that this whole process is trial and error. Okay? Like, none of this comes like that. You all start somewhere. I put this whole YouTube thing off for so long because I was like, I'm so shit. Nobody's gonna watch my videos. Blah, blah, blah. It's part of the process, okay? So, don't be afraid of failing, right? So, some of your videos might not get 500, 600 views. They only get 20. But that's the whole process, okay? Don't stress yourself out with this shit. Don't be like me. Don't stress because, oh my God, I put so much time and only 20 views. Don't be like me. This is a long-term investment, okay? Okay. Tip number 2. This is a very important tip that as a photographer and a videographer, this is what I tell everyone I've ever worked with. Act like the camera doesn't exist. And it's very important because you can tell when someone is trying too hard, right? So I want everything to be as candid as possible. Yes, I go around my gym and I set up the shots and stuff. But after I set up the thing, I don't even think about this. It's rolling and that's all I need to know. All I do is act the way I act. Get the set done, flex the muscle, tired, breathing heavy, looking like shit, whatever it may be. What you see on camera is how I would act when there's no camera. So don't go out of your way and start doing shit you would never do. Okay? Act as normally as possible on camera. Because if you're trying too hard, it kind of starts to get cringe. I think that's the proper way to describe it. Because, you can tell when somebody's doing too much. So, be yourself and act like the camera doesn't exist. Those are the 2 tips I can do for you when we're at home. I'll catch the rest at the gym. But my boss just answered me, so I'm gonna go back to work. Hopefully you guys can see a bit of what's coming next for you guys. I'm gonna film myself working a bit so you guys can see what's coming up when I'm at the gym. Alright? Hopefully that made sense. If it doesn't make sense, too bad. Because I understand it.
to another Kev vlog. If you enjoyed that, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I swear, y'all not gonna regret it.
Okay, so I think I'm centered, but we just got done with high bar, and now we're gonna go do some dumbbell press. And I'm gonna attempt to do 100-pound dumbbells for the first time in my whole entire life. So it's gonna be a big PR for me. So we'll see how it goes. I hit 385 on the high bar today, which is also a lifetime PR. I've never hit anything over 3 plates on high bar in a long ass time, so it felt pretty good to be able to hit 385. I'm trying to think, what tip number am I at? Oh, I'm at tip number 3. True. Tip number 3: never record at like a perpendicular angle. Don't record yourself at eye level. Right? Never record with your camera dead on. In my opinion, that is kind of like a very bad mistake to do when you're starting off recording yourself when you're alone, right? And I always record either my camera tilting upwards, even if it's by like 5 degrees, whatever. You always do it upwards or downwards. But I'm never recording my camera like this. Like never, ever, ever, ever. It's always up or down. It kind of like if you're always recording like this, it kind of like if you have an ego and you're like, it kind of strokes your like God complex, because when you rewatch the footage, it feels like people are looking up to you, which is pretty nice. Personally, I learned that from another guy like a long time ago, and I've been using it on my like lifting footage. Whenever I do like squat, bench, deadlift, I always have my camera tilting up because it just feels like you guys are looking up to me. It's kind of like a weird ego shit, but. And then the other flip side of things, when you're looking down, I usually do it when I'm recording myself from a higher up. And it's like I want to just have like a nice wide angle shot. I never record myself lifting if it's anything focused with a downwards angle. I only do that when I'm like in the office or trying to top down shot. But you'll never see me shoot straight up like this, 90 degrees. Never, ever, ever. So yeah, it kind of sounds like I'm not motivated to do anything right now because the gym is kind of crowded and I thought it would be less people on a Friday night, but it's whatever. Let's go do some dumbbells and hopefully I get 100 pounds. I get like 5 reps or even 4, I'm happy. I did it. Hello? Okay, so we're done with the dumbbell press. I am out of breath. But we're gonna move on to accessories. So I'm gonna name you guys the accessories I'm doing. Okay, so we got side delts. I'll probably do some like cable raises, lateral raises, whatever it is. Rear delts, 1 back exercise, 1 bicep exercise, and 1 tricep exercise. Both tricep and bicep are probably gonna be like a burnout type thing where I'm just gonna pump out as many reps as I can. But yeah, I'm probably focused more on my bicep, but it's whatever. So while I'm still talking to you guys, might as well give you guys tip number 4. You guys saw it in my dumbbell press little vid right there. If you guys haven't realized it, is to have a nice foreground and background distinction. As you can probably tell from that clip, I had the whole dumbbell racks around, which were a bit blurry. That was the foreground. That was in the background where I was focused. Makes everything look more aesthetic. It works both vertically and horizontally. So if you're somebody that wants to like make your videos more aesthetic when you're alone, without needing any movement, try to add that into your video. I mean, I do it all the time. Like almost 90% of my clips look like that. So everything looks cool. So yeah, before I forget, cue the music. Let's work out.
僕らはとに正気をなくしてどこからどこまでが愛のなんだろう僕らは今日もショーケースの中で何かを待っている愛のなんだろう僕らは今日もショーケースの中で何かを待っている
All right, so that's the end of the workout. I'm tired as fuck. It's almost midnight. It's 11:30 p.m. and I just finished. I've been here since 8:30 p.m. I think some shit like that. I don't know. If I were to recap, we have tip number 1, which was accept the fact that this is a very, 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 very trial and error like journey you're going into. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to post shitty videos because that's what I did when I started. Tip number 2 was to act natural in front of camera. Don't try too hard. Don't flex. Don't act like a macho guy. Don't be cringe type shit. I mean, you can be cringe, but don't try too hard. Act natural. Imagine the camera doesn't exist. Tip number 3, always record with an angle. Even now, my camera is slightly tilted up. And yeah, it makes everything look better, in my opinion. Don't record like face on. Don't record 90-degree flat. Always try to have nice angles and shit. Tip number 4 was to have the nice blurred foreground and background distinction. I'm not doing it right now because I'm speaking to you guys, which is tip number 5. Tip number 5 before I go home is to learn when to use certain angles. So when I'm talking to you guys right now, I like to be centered, and I like to have nothing distracting you guys around me. So no movement in the background, no nothing. It's just me talking to you guys. But when I'm working out and I'm doing exercises and I'm like trying to make myself look cool, I use the tip number 4, which has the nice foreground and background distinction and type stuff. So it's going to be a process for you guys to learn what angles to use, when to use. But again, it took me time. It took me 2 years to get comfortable in front of camera and knowing what to use, when to use. So don't be afraid to like try out some stuff. Maybe for you, you like not being. Maybe for you, you want to be like to the left or to the right. But again, learn how to use angles. Learn when to use what angle. Tip number 6. Let me center myself again. Tip number 6, which is a very important one, is to learn these three angles or these 3 video technique or whatever. Right? It's the wide shot, medium shot, and the tight shot. Now the wide shot is pretty simple. Very wide is to set the tone or set the scene. It's mainly to put in perspective where I am. So the wide shot, typically I use it when I'm like stepping out the house or I'm like setting up a new machine. That's like a wide shot. The medium shot, is typically when I'm exercising. I want you guys to fully focus on me. And then the tight shot is mainly either show off muscles, which I don't have, or show off my facial expressions, which I do a lot of. So that's that. So that's pretty much all the tips I can give you guys today. There's more. I think there's more like subtle tips that I could give you guys, but like those are the main tips I want to give you guys. Like smaller tips would be like, I don't know, get used to talking in front of camera, like me alone. Get comfortable being in front of camera and speaking. Get comfortable doing it in public. Get comfortable, all that stuff. Those are like mini things that you could do, and that a lot of people have told you guys on Instagram by now. But these are like small tips to how to film yourself in the gym and make it look kind of aesthetic. Or I don't know, just how to start YouTubing, I guess. I have no idea where I'm taking this video. This vlog might be like super duper duper random, but I was crunched for time and I have no idea what to do, so Hi ho.
Alright, I'm home. Now, I did say that was all the tips I was gonna give you guys, but I had one more when I was driving home. I had a deep thinking process. I say process, the fuck am I talking about? The idea hit me, okay? So, this is the final tip, and this is the most important one, I think, is to not worry about the gear. Now, obviously, I use this. But you guys shouldn't worry about the gear you guys use. I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the people watching have an iPhone. And let's be honest, iPhone can record in 4K. So that should be enough. Honestly, all you need is a tripod, an iPhone, and then, spend like $150 on some Rode microphones, the ones where, if you guys are on Instagram, you guys would probably, if you guys are on YouTube, you guys probably have watched the infamous Sam Sulek? I don't know how to pronounce his family name, but you guys probably have watched his YouTube videos. So you guys know, he started off with an iPhone and a busted tripod and a microphone. That's all he had. So if you guys are starting out, you guys should not be worrying about the gear. Don't go out of your way and buy a camera, buy a microphone like me, because when I bought all my things, it was to be, I wanted to be a photographer and a videographer, but I didn't give up, but I took a break because I wanted to focus on my own stuff. But yeah, when I bought all this gear, it's because I wanted to be a photographer and a videographer, but now I use it for myself. So yeah, so don't worry about the gear too much. That's probably it for the video. I'm gonna go take a shower and pass out. Peace.
He's like looking for that. Spot it? What the fuck? Where is it?